It's not gold going up, it's the dollar going down. And it's not just the dollar. The dollar is the best, or if you like, the most important of the fiat currencies. Dollar goes down, the others go down as well. At the moment, the race to the bottom is being won by the dollar, but I'm sure that'll change. That'll turn around. So I think that's the way to look at it. So any fall in the price of gold, in other words, rise in the value of the dollar relative to gold, I think is severely limited. I wouldn't rule out a bit of volatility in the price. They're trying to get gold down, sort of trying to get a positive spin for the dollar. Just don't buy it. I mean, it's complete nonsense. What is going to change? Nothing. And furthermore, the dollar is in a debt trap, and that debt trap is being sprung shut, and there is no escape. Well, there is an escape, but politically it's completely implausible. The idea that you cut spending. We've got a spendthrift president. His business background is real estate. What does he want as a real estate guy? He wants lower interest rates. He'd quite like a lower dollar, because that would suck in the tourists, or, whatever the argument is. So he turns around and tells Powell, get those rates down. We want to see the dollar lower. This is real estate man talking. And his big, beautiful bill, another God knows how many trillion of dollars. And that's probably a base figure, actually, rather than the end figure anyway. So, he's just destroying the currency. And not only that, but the tariffs undoubtedly are putting the world into recession. And when the world goes into recession, the tax take to cover the debt, if you like, to theoretically cover the coupons on the debt, will diminish. So you have debt increasing while tax drops. That is a debt trap. You can't finance the debt. And they're already having problems rolling it over. So I think that's where we are. He's just destroying the currency. And not only that, but the tariffs undoubtedly where we are. I really do think that any dip in the gold price, you will find central banks, Asian families, all the rest of it will be in there picking it up. And of course, the way they're doing this, if they can do it in London, fine. But otherwise, they're just standing for delivery on Globex, which is the international facility on COMEX. And the amount of gold being stood for delivery is just increasing and increasing and increasing. Since April the 2nd, which was Trump's, Liberation Day, over 250 tons have been stood for delivery. Where's he going to come from? Not America. Gold. It's not gold going up, it's the dollar going down. And it's not just the dollar. The dollar is the best, or if you like, the most important of the fiat currencies. Dollar goes down, the others go down as well. At the moment, the race to the bottom is being won by the dollar, but I'm sure that'll change. That'll turn around. So I think that's the way to look at it. So any fall in the price of gold, in other words, rise in the value of the dollar relative to gold, I think is severely limited. I wouldn't rule out a bit of volatility. Basically, yes, because the level of warehouse stocks in COMEX increased in silver at the same time as it did in gold. The difference is that warehouse stocks in gold have actually begun to decline, basically, as stands for delivery have been enacted. Now, the silver position hasn't declined. That is still pretty much at the maximum level of something like, I think, 500 million ounces. Off the top of my head. And that is interesting. In other words, I think what the new owners of silver are doing, having stood for delivery, is that so far they've been leaving it in the COMEX warehouse system. Now, having said that, we don't actually know this for certain. It could be that silver is still going into the COMEX system. There's a delay in getting silver through, let's face it. So, there could well be some silver still going into the warehouse system, even though the premiums on the futures are no longer really there. So that could be holding it up as, and covering, if you like, any withdrawals. But I think from the point of view of the new owners of silver, they're probably in less of a hurry to take it out of the vaults than new owners of gold bullion. I think that might be part of the explanation. Silver is interesting because as people gradually realize that the dollar is going down and other fiat currencies are going down with it, we're coming to the end of the fiat currency era after, 53 years. As they gradually realize that, I think they will also realize that a gold-silver ratio of 90, which it is roughly, is completely ridiculous. There is no premium, if you like, for its monetary use or its monetary qualities in the price. And not only that, but this is a background of 5-6 years of supply deficit, only matched, according to the Silvers Institute, by, if you like, sales or liquidity coming out of investment stocks. So, and also the industrial use of silver is just expanding and expanding and expanding, particularly with photovoltaic cells. I mean, they are everywhere now, absolutely everywhere. And China, of course, I think, makes something like 90% of them. India wants to get in on that act. So you can see that the demand for silver on an industrial scale is enormous and growing. And I'm sure that higher silver prices, as far as the photovoltaic cell industry is concerned, will basically make them use silver more efficiently, if you like. So I don't see price really being a hurdle to them. Technically, it also looks very, very good. So, the chartists among your viewers, get out the chart, have a look at how the silver is performing relative to the moving averages. It's come out of a fairly long period of consolidation and is ready to rocket. And I think, I think it's as simple as that. It's also, for people who feel they've missed gold, which is, if you like, an indication of their lack of understanding of what's going on. But if they want to get onto the gold bull market, then silver is a cheap way in. 90 ounces to one of gold. You've also got the potential that this could drop to 50, say, which means that silver would really outperform gold from here on. So, if you really want to get back into gold, having missed it, then, buy silver and then swap it for gold once the gold-silver ratio drops to a level which you think, is more sustainable.